Hello students, in our previous video we discussed the drift velocity and we derived the expression for the drift velocity. We know that there is the drift velocity Vd is equal to Ge into tau by m with negative sign. So that is the magnitude of the drift velocity is E into tau by small m. Here E means that is the charge of the electron, capital E means applied electric field, and tau is the average relaxation time, and m is the mass of the electron. Mass of the electron. If you observe this equation, here Vd is depends upon the, that is the directly proportional to capital E when temperature kept constant, when T is constant or temperature kept constant. T is nothing but the temperature. When temperature is constant, in the situation Vd is directly proportional to E. So actually tau is depends upon the tau means average relaxation time. When tau is depends upon the temperature, that one is depends. Tau is inversely proportional to the temperature. When temperature is increases, speed of the electrons is increases, relaxation time is decreases. When velocity is increases, relaxation time is decreases. So already this is completed. Today we are discussing that what is the relation in between the drift velocity and current. What is the relation between the drift velocity and current? Drift velocity and current. Relation between drift velocity and current. Drift velocity and right now we are deriving the expression, that is the relation between the drift velocity and current. Yes. So how we are deriving the relation? Here actually relation is that is nothing but I is equal to VdNEA. Right now we are deriving the relation I is equal to VdNEA. Here I means that is the current, D means drift velocity, E means number of electrons per unit volume, small e means there is a charge of the electron, and A is the area of the cross section of the conductor. Area of cross section of the conductor. So here for this first of all, here I am taking a conductor having the area of the cross section capital A and length is equal to L. Length of the conductor is equal to L, and this is connected to the terminals of the battery like this. That is connected to the terminals of the battery. Here the potential difference across the terminals of the battery is the V volts. This is the conductor having the length having the length L and area of the cross section is A. Okay, so here I am considering that let small n be the number of electrons per unit volume. Number of electrons per unit volume of the conductor. Unit volume of the conductor. So first of all, here we are considering that small n is the number of electrons per unit volume, means in 1 meter cube or maybe 1 centimeter cube, how many number of the electrons contained by that conductor. Here n means that is nothing but the number of electrons per unit volume. So observe here, what is the volume of this conductor? So we are taking that is the cylindrical shape having the length L and area of the cross section is A. Therefore, volume of the conductor volume of the conductor is equal to, so in case of the cylinder, what is the expression for the volume of the conductor having the length L and radius is equal to R? So radius is equal to R, length is equal to L, that means volume is equal to pi R square into L. So pi R square, that is nothing but the area of cross section into L. Area of cross section, this is the length. Here already they given that area of the cross section is equal to A and length is equal to L. Area of cross section is equal to A and length is equal to L. Therefore, volume of the conductor is equal to A into L. Volume is equal to A into L. So here length is equal to L and area of the cross section is equal to A. Therefore, volume of the total conductor is equal to A into L. Here number of the electrons per unit volume is equal to how much? N. So that's way, right now, what is the that is the number of electrons contained by this conductor is equal to how much? That is not the N. Try to observe. Number of electrons per unit volume means 1 meter cube or maybe 1 centimeter cube. That one consists of the N electrons. Therefore, AL volume, that means AL volume, AL meter cube volume of the conductor consists of how many number of the electrons? That is nothing but the N into AL. Like simple way. 1 pen cost is equal to 5 rupees. 20 pence cost is equal to how much? That is nothing but how much? So 20 pence cost is equal to 20 into 5, that is equal to 100 rupees. Same thing here. 1 meter cube of the volume consists of the 1 meter cube of the volume consists of the electrons. That is nothing but the N electrons. So AL meter cube volume of the conductor, that one consists of the how many number of the electrons? That is nothing but N into AL. N into AL. So therefore, number of electrons contained by that conductor, number of electrons contained by the conductor, that is the capital N. Capital N is equal to A into L into N. ALN. Volume into number of the electrons per unit volume. Try to observe in terms of the units also. So this is the volume. Volume units are the meter cube. Number of electrons per unit volume means there is nothing but the 1 by meter cube. So number only. So how many number of the electrons? There is the something 20 electrons, 100 electrons, 1000 electrons, 10,000 electrons, whatever it may be. One number only. One number only. So total number of the electrons contained by the conductor, capital N, is equal to ALN. ALN. Let small e be the charge of the electron. Charge of the electron. Therefore, total charge of the all the electrons contained by that conductor is equal to how much? Total charge of all the electrons contained by the conductor. Something capital Q is equal to, that is nothing but the A into L into N into E. We know that charge is the additive. 2 electrons are there. Total charge is equal to E plus E, that is equal to 2E. 3 electrons are there, plus E. N electrons are there. So therefore N into E, but N is equal to how much? That is the ALN into E. This is the total charge of the electrons in that conductor. So observe here, when we apply the certain potential difference across the ends of the conductor, then electric field is formed inside of it, and that electric field is E is equal to V by L. We know the relation in between the electric field intensity and electric potential difference. We derived that expression also in case of the that is the capacitors, electric potential and capacitors topic. So E is equal to V by L. Actually E is equal to minus dV by dR. Negative gradient of the electric potential is called electric field intensity. Negative gradient of the electric potential is called electric field intensity. So this is in the vector notation, this is in the scalar notation. So therefore, when this electric field is acting inside of the conductor, so here this is the E is the electric field inside of the conductor. So here electrons have the charge E. Due to this electric field, some force must and should act on the electrons. Some force must and should act on the electron. Yes. Some force must and should act on the electron. So force acting on the electron, F is equal to E into E. So that electron is moving opposite to the direction of the electric field. So electric field is in this direction, electrons are moving opposite direction. So those are moving with the velocity, that is nothing but drift velocity, previous concept. So here all these free electrons, those are moving with the drift velocity. Actually here in the presence of the external electric field, in case if the external electric field does not act, then those are moving randomly in all directions. Those free electrons are moving randomly in all directions. But here, due to the applied electric field, electrons are moving opposite to the field direction with a certain velocity. That average velocity of the free electrons we are calling the drift velocity. Here all these free electrons are moving opposite to the field direction with drift velocity. So what is the time taken by the time taken by the free electrons? Time taken by the free electrons to cross the conductor. Yes. So time taken. Total length of the conductor is equal to L, and these electrons are moving with the speed Vd. Therefore, time taken T is equal to length by speed. Time is equal to distance by speed. That is nothing but L by Vd. All the electrons are moving with this speed, that is the Vd. So we know the definition of the current. Current I is equal to, we know that the definition of the current I is equal to Q by T. We are taking that is the capital Q by T. Therefore I is equal to, capital Q is equal to how much? Total charge is equal to ALN into E. That is nothing but ALNE whole by time taken. T is equal to L by Vd. From this one LL cancel. From this one I is equal to Vd ENA. I is equal to Vd ENA. This is the relation in between the drift velocity and current. So one more thing, from this one we are deriving one more expression, that is nothing but I by A is equal to, this is the Vd into E into N. So I by A is called as the, that is nothing but the current density denoted with the letter J. So current density J is equal to Vd into E into N. This is the relation between the current density and drift velocity. Current density and drift velocity. So here, relation between the drift velocity and current, I is equal to Vd E and A. Next one, from this one, we derive the one more expression, that is the current density is equal to Vd E into N. Vd E into N. That is the relation between the current density and drift velocity. Next one is the mobility. Mobility. Yes, what is mobility? Yes, here first of all, mobility is denoted with the letter mu. Mobility is denoted with the letter mu. So, what is mobility? That is the property which tells us how charge carriers in a conductor. Charge carriers, those are maybe electrons, those are maybe positive charges, those are maybe holes, so many. So that's why we are using the word charge carriers. So mobility is the property which tells us how charge carriers are traveling in a conductor. How the charge carriers are traveling in a conductor. So here that is the property of the conductor. Mobility is the property of the conductor. How the charge carriers are traveling in that conductor. How we define this mobility? Mobility is defined as ratio of drift velocity per unit electric field. Drift velocity per unit electric field. Drift velocity per electric field. That is nothing but modulus of Vd by, this is the electric field. Electric field is the capital E. Mu is equal to Vd by E. Mu is equal to Vd by E. So either charge carrier is the either positive charge carrier or maybe negative charge carrier. That mu is for both positive and negative charge carriers. Mu is the positive only. That's why here we are taking the magnitude of the drift velocity. Either positive charge or maybe negative charge. Mu value is positive only. What is the units for the mobility? Drift velocity. Units for the drift velocity is the meter per second. By here electric field is measured. Yes, electric field is equal to force by charge. That is nothing but the Newton per coulomb. That is the Newton per coulomb. So here units for the mobility is nothing but meter second to the power minus 1, coulomb power minus 1 and Newton. Coulomb power 1 and Newton to the power minus 1. Or another unit for the drift velocity. Another unit for the, not drift velocity, another unit for the mobility. Is it right or wrong? Once check it, so. Newton, that is nothing but the meter per second into, that is the coulomb per Newton. Meter second to the power minus 1, coulomb Newton to the power minus 1. Okay, sir. Next one is the, yes, one more unit. Here we measure this E in terms of the volts also. Electric field intensity E is equal to, yes, V by L. That is nothing but the volt per meter. So in that situation, this is the meter per second whole by, this one is nothing but the volt per meter. That is equal to meter square second to the power minus 1, meter square second to the power minus 1 and volt to the power minus 1. Both are the units for the mobility. Okay. So here mobility means, that is nothing but the property in that charge carriers, how the charge carriers in a conductor are traveling through that conductor. How we define that mobility? Mobility is defined as the drift velocity per unit electric field. How much is the electric field we are applying? Then, so what is the speed of the drift velocity? What is the speed? That is nothing but the, what is the velocity of the charge carriers? Here that is we are calling the drift velocity. Yes. Yes. This mobility depends upon the temperature, at the same time pressure also. Mobility depends upon the temperature and pressure also. Why? Because we know that in case of the drift velocity, Vd is equal to E into capital E by M into tau. So here tau is depends upon this tau is, that is nothing but the average relaxation time. That average relaxation time is depends upon the temperature. So here this mu is also depends upon this. Here this mu is also depends upon the temperature, at the same time pressure. At the same time pressure. So next one, Ohm's law. Next one is the Ohm's law. We will discuss that one in the next video. Okay, all of you, bye.